We want to take a look at Lewis dot drawings for ions. This is when we have a charge on the particle that creates that ion. We have a positive charge, which is a cation, or a negative charge, which is the anion. Remember, in order to have a cation, that means that we lost valence electrons. In order to have a negative anion, we have to have gained valence electrons. The two examples we're going to use is aluminum and nitrogen. Originally, if you look on the table, aluminum has 3 valence electrons. So when we go to draw aluminum with its 3 valence electrons, we put 1 on the left, the top, and the bottom. Remember, when doing these, you do top, bottom, left, and right, but 1 each before doubling. Nitrogen has 5 valence electrons. So when we do the Lewis dot drawing for the atom, you would put 1 in each, and then you can double 1 of them up, leaving 3 single electrons. Now when we go through, the goal is to find stability of the atom. For stability, you need to have either 8 valence electrons or 0. The idea is we're going to be following what we call the octet rule. And this gives that ultimate stability to my atom. So in order for this to happen, taking a look at aluminum, when we see these electrons and we try to figure out what's going on, we discover aluminum is able to actually leave or lose these electrons. By doing so, it goes down to 0. That leaves it with no electrons left over. To show there are no electrons left over, we are going to put it in brackets and then put the +3, since it lost 3 electrons, outside. For the nitrogen, it does something a little different. For nitrogen, it is easier to gain 3 electrons than it is to lose them. So this will actually gain the electron from where it can to get that magic number 8. So it ends up with 8 valence electrons. As it transitions, to show it for the Lewis dot diagram, we are going to add brackets, just like we did for the cation, and then we add in the charge. Here's the key. Anions, they have 8 dots, brackets, and a negative charge. Cations will have no dots, brackets, and a charge. So when you go to draw these get a little easier. If it's positive, no dots, brackets, and charge. Negative, 8 dots, brackets, and charge. And that's how you do Lewis dot for cations and anions.